This is Monish from English with Technical Monish. And in today's class, we are going to see the daily editorial of the Hindu newspaper, July 31st, 2025. So, without further delay and time, let us get into this vocabulary. The first word on the screen we have thrusts. The first word is thrusts. Thrust is a noun and thrust means ఒత్తిడిలు. Thrust means ఒత్తిడిలు, pressures. So, forceful efforts or initiatives towards achieving something is called as thrust. Then synonyms are onslaughts, impulses. Onslaughts and impulses are the synonyms for thrust. Now moving on to the antonyms. Antonyms are withdrawal, deterrence. Withdrawals and deterrence. Taking back. Thrust means putting all efforts into something, whereas withdrawal means taking back something. Example: policy thrusts towards digital classroom remain ineffective when basic school buildings remain unsafe. So, policy thrust towards digital classrooms. So, digital classrooms remain ineffective when basic school buildings remain unsafe. So, what they mean to say is the school buildings are not built properly and are unsafe, and now they are discussing about the digital classrooms. So, this keeps a forceful efforts on achieving the digital classrooms, even though there is a withdrawal of unsafe buildings. And next word we have numeracy. The next word we have is numeracy. Numeracy is a noun, and numeracy means ganita naipunyalu. Numeracy means ganita naipunyalu, proficiency in mathematics. The ability to understand and work with numbers. The ability to understand and work with numbers is numeracy. And synonyms are quantitativeness, arithmetical. Quantitativeness and arithmetical. And antonyms are innumeracy, quantitative illiteracy. Quantitative illiteracy. Example we have: despite improved numeracy scores, physical school conditions continue to fail rural students. So, despite of improved numeracy scores, physical school conditions continue to fail the rural students. Now moving on to the next word we have reaping. Next word we have is reaping. Reaping is a verb and reaping means ఎదుర్కొంటున్నారు, పొందుతున్నారు, achieving or facing something. Gaining or receiving a result of action. Gaining or receiving as a result of action is reaping. So farmers do reap their crops. Reaping their crops mean taking out the farmer, taking out the outcome of the crop and then selling it. It is called as reaping. Synonyms are deriving, occurring. Deriving and occurring are the synonyms of reaping. And antonyms: forfeit, relinquishing. Forfeit and relinquishing are the antonyms of reaping, means losing something. Example: authorities are reaping criticism for ignoring repeated warning about unsafe school infrastructure. So, authorities are receiving criticism for ignoring repeated warnings about the unsafe school infrastructure. So, the school infrastructure is bad and they are receiving a lot of criticism for that. And next word we have pedagogy. Next word we have is pedagogy. Pedagogy is a noun and pedagogy means bodhana sastram. Pedagogy means bodhana sastram. The method and practice of teaching is called as pedagogy. The method and practice of teaching is pedagogy. Synonyms are didactics and andragogy. Didactics and andragogy also mean the same method of teaching. Antonyms are miseducation, malinstruction, miseducation and malinstruction. Generally, teaching means instructing the students. So, opposite of it will be mal. Mal in a sense, bad instruction means bad instructions. An example, no matter how modern the pedagogy, poor infrastructure undermines its impact in the rural classrooms. So, no matter how much the teaching style may be, the poor infrastructure, the poor building of the schools undermine its impact in the rural classrooms. Now, moving on to the next word, we have onset. Onset is a noun, and onset means prarambham, to begin something or inaugurate. The beginning or start of something, especially something unpleasant. So, the beginning or start of something, especially something unpleasant, is onset. Synonyms: inception, advent. Inception and advent also mean the beginning. Antonyms are termination, cessation. Terminate means stopping, halting. Cessation and halt. Then, example of onset is the early onset of monsoon triggered logistical delays and flooded mining zones. So the early onset, so the early beginning of the monsoon had triggered the logistical delays. Logistical means delivery delays and flooded mining zones. Next word we have sluggish. Next word we have sluggish, which is an adjective. Sluggish means badakam. Slow moving or lacking energy or alertness is sluggish. And synonyms of sluggish are languid and torpid. Languid and torpid also mean slow moving or lacking energy. Coming to the antonyms, brisk and vivacious. Brisk in a sense alert. Brisk walking means he is walking alertly. Then vivacious also mean energetic, enthusiastic. Example, industrial output remained sluggish. So the industrial output remains sluggish despite high capital outlay on government projects. So despite of the high capital projects on government, the industrial output remained ineffective, having the lack of energy. Next we have subdued. Next word we have subdued is an adjective, and subdued means లొంగదీస్తున్నారు. Subdued means లొంగదీస్తున్నారు. Restrained or lacking intensity. Restrained or lacking intensity is called as subdued. Synonyms are muted and tame. Muted and tame in the sense taking control over it, restraining something. Antonyms are flamboyant and vehement. Flamboyant and vehement. Flamboyant and vehement means freedom. Then example word we have, the manufacturing sector displayed subdued performance dragged by weak power generation. So the manufacturing sector displayed the subdued performance. It means lacking the intensity performance dragged by weak power generation. Now next word we have reluctance. Next word is reluctance. Reluctance is a noun, and reluctance means ayishtata. Reluctance means ayishtata. Unwillingness or hesitation to do something or anything is reluctance. Synonyms are disinclination and aversion. Disinclination and aversion are the synonyms for reluctance, the showing unwillingness. And coming to the antonyms, zeal, eagerness, enthusiasm come under antonyms for reluctance. Private sector reluctance to invest in core industries is impeding growth revival. So private sector reluctance. So private sector unwillingness to invest in the core industries is impeding growth revival. And next word discourse. Next word is discourse, and discourse is a noun. So discourse means upanyasam. Discourse means upanyasam. Formal discussion or expression of ideas. Formal discussion or expression of ideas is called as discourse. Synonyms are exposition, deliberation. Exposition, deliberation are the synonyms for discourse, means a formal discussion. Antonyms are silence or suppression. Silence or suppression. Example, the policy discourse around climate resilience lacks urgency despite mounting economic risks. So, the policy discourse. So, the policy formal discussion around the climate resilience lacks urgency despite the mounting economic risk. And next word we have is probabilistic. Probabilistic. Probabilistic is an adjective and it means sambhavyata. It means sambhavyata, based on probability or chance rather than certainty. If you are not certain about something and you just have any guesses, then you can say that it is my probabilistic, based on the probability. Synonyms are stochastic and contingent. Stochastic and contingent means also relying on the probability instead of trusting the certainty. And antonyms are deterministic and definitive. Deterministic and definitive means particularly, certainly to happen. And example, climate models use a probabilistic approach to predict economic disruptions from erratic weather. So climate models use a probability approach to predict the economic disruptions from the erratic weathers, from the bad weathers. So we have successfully completed the vocabulary part and now moving on to the one word substitutions. The first word on the screen we have is whisk. The first word is whisk, and whisk means to move something or someone quickly and lightly. To move something or someone quickly and lightly is called as whisk. Next word we have is enunciate, and it means to pronounce words clearly and distinctly. To pronounce words clearly and distinctly is called as enunciate. And next word we have is pantomime. Next word is pantomime, and pantomime means a dramatic performance or expression without words, using gestures and body movements. So the best example is Charlie Chaplin or Mr. Bean. So these two characters, instead of any words, just with the help of gestures and body movements, they made the best performances over the internet. So pantomime means the dramatic performance or expression without words by just using the gestures and body movements. And next word, periodicity. And the next word is periodicity, occurring at a particular interval of time. The quality or state of recurring at regular intervals. So the quality or state of recurring at regular intervals is called as periodicity. Now moving on to the idioms and phrases. The first idiom we have bend over backward. Bend over backward. So the idiom suggests bend over backward means to make a great effort to help or accommodate someone. To make a great effort to help or accommodate someone is bending over backward. Then break the internet. The next idiom we have is break the internet. So breaking the internet means to cause a sensation or go viral online. Drawing massive attention is called as breaking the internet. Next idiom, on the same wavelength. On the same wavelength. It means to have a mutual understanding or shared views with someone or on the same boat. On the same boat idiom also means the same. To have a mutual understanding or a shared view with someone. Next, bring to the table. Next idiom is bring to the table. It means to contribute something of value, especially in a collaborative effort. So, if there is an issue which needs to be resolved, and if you have contributed something, then you can say bringing it to the table to contribute something of value. And the final idiom we have off the hook. The final idiom we have is off the hook. Off the hook means to be relieved from a difficult situation or responsibility. To be relieved from a difficult situation of responsibility is off the hook. Now let us see some previously asked questions. Choose the synonym of the word reluctance. Choose the synonym of the word reluctance. So, as discussed in the vocabulary of today, the synonym of reluctance is hello. So, choosing the synonym of the word reluctance. So, the word reluctance means unwillingness or hesitation. So, unwillingness or hesitation means here option B hesitation. So, the synonym of reluctance is hesitation. And next we have SBI PO prelims. Select the word which is most similar in meaning to onset. So, onset means beginning of something. So, option B is right. Now moving on to the next one, in SSC CGL 2017 Type 2, choose the correctly one word substitution to pronounce words clearly and distinctly. To pronounce words clearly and distinctly is enunciate. So option C, enunciate. And next word we have SSC CHSL 2019. The state of recurring at regular intervals. The state of recurring at regular intervals is periodicity. So that's it for today's class. Hope you enjoyed the session. If you did enjoy the session, make sure to click the like button and subscribe the channel. And don't forget to join the Telegram channel English with Technical Monish, where you'll be getting the PDF of this class and along with the quiz uploaded regularly. So make sure to check out the Telegram channel as well, English with Technical Monish. So see you guys in tomorrow's class, and a huge round of applause for us for completing 1 month live session continuously without any breaks. So let's improve further in the August month as well. So let's get let's meet in the tomorrow's August 1st class. Till then, have a great day and happy learning.